Hi, this is Helen's Harvest, and I present to you today. This is Bayou Pines. It is my 8th journal. It ties with a piece of seam binding ribbon. It includes a beautiful oak leaf necklace with acorns. These are, I think there are 11 beads on this necklace, which of course is removable with the holes here. It's covered in tapestry with a lace applique, coffee dyed, some beautiful freeform filigree ribbon as a base for this spine, which includes needle felted leaves that I did, some feathers from the birds in our yard, some vines from my friends that rescued us in the last hurricane that was severe, some lichen and some mosses and some scrim that I dyed, and I guess that's all, some laces, and all sewn and glued down well to the spine. These I used to make wreaths, a lot of wreaths, and this is just an adventure in that, and incorporating it into this mixed media journal. Okay, here we go. This is the way the necklace comes off through the 2 holes. And here is a close-up of the necklace, which is one of my classic designs. I've sold a couple of these to ladies in England. I think they have oak leaves, things they like a lot. There are, let me see, there are 68 pages in this journal. There are 3 signatures. The edges are all torn and inked. Most of the paper, except for the exception of one pretty pink page, which I dyed with avocado, which I included because I love the color so much and I love the paper so much. But the rest of them are cardstock. The pages are cardstock. I have 8 original watercolor little mini pages that are sewn together with this hand-dyed scrim. Here is a pocket on the front. Let me start at the beginning. This is some botanical paper that I dyed with leaves. And there are, let me see how many of these cards do I have. I think I have 14 of these watercolor cards. They're journal cards, and you can write on the back. So let's put you there because you match. Little tapestry snippet. And this is, Bayou Pines is where we live. We live in the bayou, and we live in a piney forest, so I named this one Bayou Pines because that's what I'm familiar with. Here are some pages. I took some corrugated paper I learned from a lady on YouTube and inked it to give faint lines just for a writing guide on some of the pages. And this is just a collage, and there's stamping and washi tape paper, and this is from an old Pennsylvania newspaper, and this is from an Italian ephemera ladies, and so is this that I bought. I ordered from a lady named Roxy Creations, Rachel, and she lives in Italy, so what we got was old Italian stuff, which they have more than we do. And this is a watercolor page which I dyed, maybe sprayed, perhaps sprayed. And here is a little bunny that's going to go in this pocket. There you go, bunny. Sit right there and don't jump out until it's time. Here is just a beautiful, sort of a greenish, army green page. Beautiful. And here's that pink page that I told you about. The edges are sewn with black. This is my first time to sew a journal with black, and I really like it. It's so dramatic. And here's a little raccoon card. He can go right in there. This is a double thing, but he's going in the back because he's big. All of these little cards have embellishments of vintage lace that I dyed or found or had for years and years. I used to make garments out of these laces and sell them on Etsy. This is some pretty, And so I have a little bit left. And here's some moss that I sewed. That was a first too. And these beads, these 3 little sets of beads, some I made and some, this is an African trade bead, and some are just, you know, just beads. I have beads galore. Okay, little bird, you go here. This cute little pinky pink, which is like avocado water right there, avocado dye, and it is right here too. So there you go. And here we just some more spaces to journal and spaces to put pictures of your family that you love. And here's a pocket with another of those coffee dyed cards, and this little bird can go right there. And here's a little tuck spot of a tree hanging off of a bank, growing at an angle. And you can go right there, little bird, if you want. Tweet. And here's just more. This is a grayish paper. I like it too. This is the browner chocolate covered one. I really like this cardstock. I got it at Walmart. It was just, I think, just called earthy cardstock. And this is the end of the first. Let me show you the beads in the middle before we do that. Here are the beads in the middle, which is a leaf. I made this one on a wire and wire wrapped it, and these are just some few little beads I found just hanging around because we have beads galore. Beads are us. And here is a piney wood scene. Pines turn pink sometimes in the setting sun, and they are so beautiful. I just love them. And here's the other side is the Bayou. Bayou pines. This is a eyelet sort of tuck spot. I like it. Let's put the bear there. Here, little bear, you go in there. Bye. Another plain page, another lined page, and a few more. You can write well in this part. And I just loved sewing this. First I glued it, then I sewed it. And just some figuring from an Italian bookkeeper. This is some chindi rug, which I unraveled. And I tried to put a little piece of washi tape on each page. I don't know if I made them all, but I tried to. Just because it was new. I got 4 new rolls of washi tape and I wanted to use them. I bought them for this journal because they're mushrooms and things like that. Okay, and here is the middle of the second signature. This one has a mushroom. How about that? And some silver and a little foreign coin of some kind. And I don't know what they are. They're beads from my stash. I used to make jewelry too, so not just beads. And this is a cute little pocket that says, why not? And I don't remember what the rest of it said, but I just took it and said, why not? Why not bunny? Jump in, bunny. Here are a couple of lined pages for you to write in. Here's a plain one. Maybe you can draw in that one. Illustrate whatever you write here. And this is a Pennsylvania newspaper from 1923, I think. The date's in here somewhere. And this is a poultry advertiser. The poultry advertisements, which came out, I guess, once a week or once a month. Here's a tuck spot. And here's another. This is called a belly band. When it's open and it goes across either way, it's called a belly band. And here is the third signature. This is just forest, woods, more woods and some water. We have water everywhere we look here. Here's that khaki green I like. It's an olive green. And this is a tea-dyed card for you to write on, both sides. And here's some pink avocado paper that I dyed also. And this guy, Let me see. These are all embellished on top, so I'm going to wait for bottom pockets for them. Or side pockets, like this one. This is a tuck with just a little note that opens up and you can just write in it. This is that botanical paper that I dyed with leaves. Leaves we have too, a lot. Here, little squirrel, you tuck in there. I'll wait for some nuts to fall from that tree. And there's a lined page. And here's one of those pretty cocoa pages. Here's another belly band with lace and chindi and some kind of voile. And a little deer can go in that one. I love this rust lace. It used to be black, and I discharged it with bleach, and I got that beautiful rust color. That was when I was a quilter. And here's a lined page for you to write on. Here's a plain page for you to do whatever. And here's the third signature and an African trade bead that I got at the quilt show in Houston once before I made glass, so it was over 20 years ago. I've had them a while. Time to get rid of them. They're for you now. And here's another voile pocket. I like that fabric, which it matches the olive greens in here. And a little fox can hide in there. Here's another belly band, and we can put this little guy in here because this is avocado dyed too, and he has some of that tone, sort of a warm pink. And here's another pocket with the lace that I dyed kind of a greenish and kind of a pinkish. And this is a wild turkey. My friends went to Tennessee to see the leaves, and they saw some wild turkeys in their yard. So they inspired me to make wild turkeys, which I hadn't thought of. Here's a flip out. There are two, I think, in here. The hinge is scrim, and the other side is washi tape. And you can write a little secret note there and flap it down. And here is another belly band with some pretty lace and acorns on it. And this is the last page with a bee. Yay for the bees. And here is a pretty watery, those look like oak trees. And here are some more trees, just in a woodland. And here is the last pocket, which has a tea-dyed card and a fox in it. And there you go. And that's the end. Thank you. Bye.